skip it. See it or skip it. See it or skip it.
Welcome to a new See It or Skip It, and happy Valentine's Day. We're so glad you were able to be here with us to talk about Wuthering Heights. Plus, we've got a Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die movie with Sam Rockwell. Amazing. That's probably one of the best celebrity names that you could think of.
Sam Rockwell.
Well, so cool. Plus, we've got Night of the Seven Kingdoms. We're gearing up for the last 2 episodes, and I am here with 2 of my Valentines here for today. Kent Dunn and Rebecca Frost. How's it going?
That's cute. This should be just very cute little
You gotta
image.
do the
Wait,
modern one.
is that
the modern one?
K-pop
I was like,
one,
I can't.
Okay, that just
how do you do
looks
the,
like-
Well, and they do there's the other thing.
the Gen Z one?
Yeah, that's the Gen Z
This hurts
one.
my hands.
It's not going
Subscribe
to happen.
today, everyone.
Look at this. We're flashing gang signs.
Yeah, we're definitely, we're wearing blue. Rebecca came in and immediately put us on blast for that.
We forgot about love.
I didn't get the memo, apparently.
No, you got the memo. Today
Sorry.
is Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
sorry, I am happily in love or whatever you
Sometimes you need like a polar opposite to make all the colors pop, you
Guys, after talking about one of the movies today, I never want to be in love.
Ooh, all right. Well, I guess that's our tease to jump into Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
Emerald Fennell, is that how you say your last name?
Emerald Fennell, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the 15th adaptation of an 18th century novel.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie, Jacob Elordi, psychological tension, sexual tension, kind of, and a lot of playing with your food.
Yeah.
We all were in the same kind of group for this. I was next to somebody who was on a blind date, which bold to take someone on a blind date.
That was a blind date?
That was a blind date. Very interesting.
And they both liked the movie, though.
They had a great time, apparently. And, you know, if that's an endorsement, I don't know. But does it have our endorsement? Rebecca, what do you think of this?
So I went in fully prepared to be a hater.
Yeah.
I have been saying for the last year, I'm going to be this movie's #1 hater.
Oh.
I liked it.
Okay, what
had
switched when
fun.
you're watching the movie? What changed from like in minute 10 when you're like, you know, actually I'm okay with this?
I really like Emerald Fennell's style. I think I like that she has fun with framing and costuming, and is it historically inaccurate? Yeah, but I just here to have fun. And to me, it did feel like Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi were in a high school production of Wuthering Heights and overacting, trying their best. Jacob Elordi, I think, was acting circles around everybody else. But because it did feel kind of bad, I was like, you know what? I'm actually having fun. Having a lot of fun with this. And because everyone was so evil,
Yes.
not a likable
And that's the
person,
thing.
not a likable person
Did you
in the
know much
cast.
about the book beforehand?
No, because I
Right.
tried to read it last year, couldn't get into it.
Okay.
I try reading, but I can't.
Audiobooks,
doesn't know how
guys.
to.
It just
Someone
general.
reads to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Like I'm a child.
Yes.
No, I'm just shocked I didn't think of that. Oh, man. Well, Ken, what did you think of this?
I had mega issues with this one, and I think it's for the same reasons Rebecca liked it. They're despicable people, and I love morally gray characters, but when there's people I cannot root for and the writing isn't there to back it up,
Sure.
I'm just like, end the movie, end it. And this ends the story because this is Emerald Fennell's loose adaptation, right?
There's a
Quotations
reason
and
the
important to
title
use
is
that.
in
Right.
quotation.
And I actually give the movie a pass for that because I'm like, that's a third of the story, guys. You know, and there's so much more. The book has themes. Obviously, in a 2-hour and 16-minute movie, you can't really go into that. But I thought there was no depth to it at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Depth is one thing, and I do think the visuals do add so much to this. Like, if you didn't have the
great,
brilliant
actually.
set design, the
Yeah.
brilliant costume design, you wouldn't go very far. And I think our main 2 characters here were miscast. At the end of the day,
Sure.
they don't have good chemistry. It just didn't really work for me with them. I preferred the younger kids. Like, they were way more
They were
better and
great.
dynamic with what they were doing.
Yes.
The main issue to me with this is that it is style over substance. And once it goes to the 3rd act or so, I just was completely checked out.
Yeah, that's where I
ending,
was.
It did bring it back, did get me a little bit with the emotion, but also, where do you go when you're only doing TikTok montages? And why does it feel like you can vertical scroll on this movie?
It does have that vibe.
I mean, in that way, every shot was a great picture.
Yeah,
Right? It's
beautiful.
But that's Emerald Fennell.
Yes.
It reminded me
it's
of
true.
Bo Burnham's the at-home thing, the inside.
Yeah, inside.
Yeah, where it's like lots of montages of pretty things.
Like, that's where the purpose went.
But there's substance to that.
Yeah. Do you think maybe she should have geared this a little more romantic, or do you think her sensational
this
way
was
is...
her
I think that
romantic.
was as
Yeah.
romantic as you could get.
Okay.
Without like changing
For
the
her,
story entirely.
sure.
But the problem is these 2 characters are incredibly unlikable, like you said. They don't feel in love through the whole thing. I don't even buy that they like each other. At the end, it almost feels like they're just trying to hurt each other with no ulterior motives.
Kind of, right? Like, that's definitely the vibe that I got early on in the movie, is these two people are not in love. One of them has superiority and possession over the other.
Yeah.
And then, you know, about halfway through the movie, that kind of flips, but there's a power struggle between them more than any kind of love, I think.
They almost try to cutesify Jacob Elordi for a while, especially when, who is the supporting actress?
Allison Oliver.
She is a scene stealer.
Yeah,
she is.
She was definitely the strongest for me, especially when Jacob Elordi and her. That moment, there was more charged energy than any of the times that him and Margot.
yeah.
Well, there is so much more character depth to her too, because she lives in this gilded cage, and then the second she gets to get away and experience something new, she gets weird, and she likes it.
Which, honestly, that's more of what I was
So
thinking
much
was gonna
more
happen.
interesting.
But the rest felt so watered down for this director that I was hoping that there would be more. That's not to say that people who love the book might still enjoy this. I don't know who's like, I'm such a big fan.
Yeah, I love depressing novels.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah,
No,
truth.
Emily Bronte fans are wringing their hands, clutching their pearls,
Okay.
really going into this movie already hating it. So, I mean,
And you kind of have to distance yourself from that, right?
Yeah.
These are not two 19-year-old protagonists that are going to mess up their lives.
yeah.
It's Margot Robbie.
And like, there's character choices too. Like, Heathcliff in the novel is not a white man.
Yeah.
Catherine, I guess, is supposed to be kind of ugly as well. So there's some character choices that really remove the depth of the overall story. So it's a surface level movie. If you like romance novels, if you're just here to have a good time, like, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, is this going to be like the big Valentine's Day release? Is this going to be where, let's go on a date this weekend?
What's the other choice?
The blind date worked. The blind date worked. And not only that, I noticed this being kind of an event thing. There were so many people dressing up at our screening for this.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have a lot of people just going to have fun. And maybe it's because Margot Robbie Barbie-fies anything that she's in, where people want to go and have like a moment also with whatever she's involved in. That's pretty great for Hollywood.
Yeah, it is.
What did you guys think of the Charlie XCX music?
That's where TikTok showed up. Anytime that came in, I was like, there's a couple parts where I'm not entirely sure, I'll have to look this up, whether she was singing these Irish folk songs that I thought were really, really beautiful. But then when it went into the techno stuff, I was like, oh, we're montaging again.
I grew up in the age of Bryan Adams and all those, Robin Hood and all that kind of stuff, where pop songs appeared in the movies. And so it didn't take me out of it at all. In fact, I think it fit. It just was kind of forgettable.
Sure.
So it didn't detract from the movie. It was just like, oh, it's there. It's nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to bring up something.
Yes.
Sex and film.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
He's been hung up on
Every week.
It's been every day before we start. I'm like, sex and film again? Can we talk about it? Gen Z is not a fan. They do not like that kind of stuff. And Heated Rivalry kind of flips that narrative a bit, where it's become incredibly popular, especially with younger audiences. What do you think is missing, particularly with movies that are coming out like this? Like, is the sex appeal gone because it's just squeamish to watch with a crowd? And the fact that it's one-on-one with like something on streaming, that could be more for you to feel safe exploring? What's going on?
I'm not a scientist. I have no data to back this up. But Gen Z, I believe, doesn't like sex scenes in their media, and they find it not contributing to the overall story because they grew up in an era of smartphones and internet where it was forced upon them from a very early age. And so for them, sex is not something special and sacred that, when you watch it in a movie like Wuthering Heights, like, it's not magical. It's something that they've seen 800 million times already. And so to me, that's kind of like why I think they don't like sex in media. But
You have Gen Z kids. You can tell
I
us.
do. I think this plays right into what they like. In fact, this implies more than it gives, right? I think there's
very innuendo heavy.
Sex in film and nudity in film. And this movie removes the nudity. And in fact, because I do think Gen Z doesn't like the forced nudity and all that kind of stuff. Whereas we kind of grew up with that. We're like, oh, it's a sex scene or whatever.
Any HBO show.
And now we have this movie where they're wearing fancy clothes and doing their thing, and it's like, okay, this movie's very sexual. I didn't
see
anything.
I didn't see a single boob.
And in that way, it's almost like the suggestion is maybe a little more spicy.
Yeah.
Ooh, mystery.
The suggestion, maybe the mystery is a little bit more, but also a big part of it is just the story has to tie into it. The
Yeah.
romance has to be integral to what you're about to see. And like there's one thing to talk about, like what happens behind the scenes with these type of things with intimacy coordinators and what does work, what doesn't work, what's good, and what is still things Hollywood need to work on.
Yeah.
But I'm very interested in seeing how these types of films play out in the future. Are we going to see more of this, do you think?
Maybe.
I think we're going to start to see a rise of
it a
romance
resurgence?
fantasy adaptations.
This is definitely like catered towards the romantasy crowd.
And those are all about the build, the anticipation.
Yearning.
That's what becomes attractive, not just like, hey, these guys like each other.
Yep.
You know, it takes some time.
Yep. Well, overall, okay, Wuthering Heights, if it matches your freak and you're into messy people doing messy
And
things,
skin walls?
then it's a see
Yeah.
it. For me, I think it's a wait for it. I don't think it's necessarily one you need to run out and see this weekend. And there's much better romance films that you can watch this Valentine's Day. Kent?
Skip it.
I think see it. I just like the movies.
Yeah,
The gender divide.
It's because I'm a lady.
we're wearing blue.
Oh man. Well, let's jump into this new Sam Rockwell film, which I knew nothing about. Good luck, have fun, don't die. This is a time traveler that's coming in to yell at Gen Z some more. Get off your phones. Enough of your stuff. And you guys ruined our lives with what you're doing, and we're gonna try to solve this in a diner with 7 randoms.
But what's so clever is it's a homeless guy, right? Sam Rockwell walks in, he just looks like a vagrant coming in yelling at people, and you're like, why would I listen to you about the end of the world? I hear this every day in a diner.
It's like if the Salt Lake Wizard came into a diner.
Right.
It was like, come on.
Yeah, but then he starts like saying people's names
Yes.
and
Yes.
details about them.
And basically saying, guys, Groundhog Day has been happening, and we're about to make it happen again and save the world from AI.
Yeah.
And it's a freaking blast.
Yeah, you had fun with it.
I had a lot of fun with it. It's weird. I love Gore Verbinski's films. I feel like he adds class and style to everything, even if it's a simple story. But this one is so off kilter that this will be one that I will watch repeatedly. Like at first when I finished, I'm like, I don't know about that. But the more and more I thought about it, the more I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
To me, if you've watched Netflix Black Mirror, this movie is what Netflix Black Mirror wishes it could
Yes.
be.
Yeah.
Because it's very dystopian and dark, and the story kind of starts off Rashomon style, where you hear everybody else's previous experience leading up to Sam
We
Rockwell.
see it cuts directly to huge chunks of the film.
Yes.
Just diverts. It's almost
Yeah.
like when I wasn't diagnosed with ADHD and I had to retell a story and I would just keep
And
going
you're like,
back and
oh, wait,
forth
no,
with
okay,
stuff.
wait, so you do need context for this.
Yeah.
So,
That's exactly what it felt like. The messages in all of those too. This heavy messages.
Yes.
oh, yeah.
And I don't know if everyone's going to jump on board with those.
And I don't know if you've seen interviews with Gore Verbinski, the director. He's very much like FAI. Like he made this movie specifically to be like, I hate the rise of AI. It does have its place in certain instances, but when it comes to art, absolutely not. Yeah. And this, the production company Briarcliff Entertainment, they were also doing a thing where you could fill out a form if you were affected by AI, like if you lost your job or were displaced because of AI, you could tell them your story and they would give you tickets to the movie. So that at least people...
For a small promotional fee.
so that some people could at least get something out of the AI revolution.
Yeah. But here's the thing, it feels like a juvenile sort of 80s adventure.
Yeah.
Right? Where you're like, that is perfect to watch on a Saturday night when you got nothing else to do.
Yeah, it's campy.
It's campy.
Yeah.
It's a touch too long.
It is
Yes.
a touch too
I think
long.
an hour 45 would have been perfect
Totally.
runtime for it. But Sam Rockwell, it just oozes charisma. He is so
Yeah.
fun
He's
to
just
watch.
good in everything
And
he
he's hilarious in this.
Right.
Juno Temple is continuously showing that
Yes.
she is a leading actress that can be in films. It's not just Ted Lasso or The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
She's doing a lot with this too, especially when it comes to like, she's lifting most of the emotional load for all of the movie. And once that thing switches, and we're not going to spoil too much about that, but it worked really well for me.
She brings a very human element to the movie that I think is removed with all the other characters.
Yeah.
Yep, there's a
It's
lot.
far more comical than, maybe dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a stacked supporting cast.
Yes.
They've got a lot of good people in it. I would say this is for anybody that loves a sci-fi film. If you love Everything Everywhere All at Once, this is kind of
Yes.
Gore Verbinski's like version of that.
I would say so.
And let's just back up and say this guy, he did the Pirates trilogy, which arguably is the best live
best thing
action
Disney's
trilogy
put out.
as Disney has done.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about 4 or 5, but
Sure.
the 3. Dead Man's Chest, they still talk about how incredible the visual effects are in that. And I honestly loved At World's End. It was weird. I loved the little sand crabs. And, and he, again, has stuff with animals in this.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, Rebecca, what would you say? Is this a see it?
I think it's a see it. It's not like earth-shattering as the movie goes, but it's fun. I laughed out loud more times than I expected to.
Yes, and a sci-fi twist that I think worked well.
It's for the cult audiences, for the weirdos out there, but it's a see it.
Mm-hmm. This is definitely not necessarily like your Valentine's Day go-to, but it's a very fun watch, and if you have a chance, go see it in theaters. Support artists.
Cinema.
Yeah.
I want more Gork Verbinski films.
Yeah,
please.
honestly.
Just keep giving me stuff. Now let's jump into the GOAT, or GOAT. There's no
Just goat.
in this.
Okay.
This is from Stephen Curry. He was a producer on this. Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things is leading the charge as this GOAT who is aspiring to greatness. He's looking at this it kind of like Zootopia world, but in sports, but done with like a K-pop Demon Hunters style of animation, which sign me up. I'm already interested.
Yeah, because it's from Sony Pictures Animation. The art really reminded me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from a couple of years ago, like very much that same type of style.
With the action-heavy stuff, totally.
Yeah.
So sell me on this.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't see this one.
Oh,
okay, it's cute.
I know.
Listen, it's formulaic, but the formula works on me every single time. This GOAT, he is good at basketball. He's always wanted to be good at rollerball. In the universe, it's called rollerball.
Okay, sure.
It's very video game-ish.
It is video game.
This is a basketball court, but maybe an earthquake will happen. And
And maybe stalactites are falling from the...
Yeah, and there's vines all around the court. It's not like...
It's like in the jungle.
Yeah, but I love that. I appreciate this world more than the Zootopia world.
Totally. And he wants to be a rollerball player, but he's little. And
they call him medium.
Small.
Small, and everybody else is big. So they've got like huge crocodiles, pandas.
Everybody who plays rollerball is ginormous.
Okay.
Like the Monstars.
Yeah. But he's agile, maybe.
Well, because he's been practicing. He's been like working. He's been doing the work, and he's a sneakerhead too. This movie has a lot for like sneakerheads, which was really cool.
Absolutely, it's so coded for anybody that loves basketball.
Oh, for sure.
It's not just. It's going into details. Like I don't think Space Jam would really talk about how great sneakers are. It would be way more about just it's Michael Jordan. Look how great Michael Jordan is. But here, it's not necessarily about that. It's about the game and the sport.
And so this one team has been losing. They're under threat of being sold. And so GOAT, what's his name? Will.
I like just calling him GOAT. That's
GOAT, GOAT.
Boy.
He challenges one of the big main stars, main attraction, voiced by Aaron Pierre. Total evil big horseman. And totally whoops his butt, goes viral because everybody's recording it. And so this team drafts him. He
gets in by way of influencer.
So it's a gimmick, kind of like a stunt casting.
But his person that he loves, voiced by Gabrielle Union, so incredible in this. And if you are a fan of The Last Dance and you remember a particular, did you catch this too?
No.
There's a particular moment where she's at the diner and everybody's crowded around her telling stories and like, is it true that this happened or that happened? And she was like, well, yeah, I did definitely feel like I got sick and poisoned when I was there. And all I'll say is, the pizza delivery guy had this jersey on, and it was like an opposite team.
What?
If you watch The Last Dance, that's Utah.
Oh, yeah.
And they're specifically talking about, I'm not going to say the business, but they're talking about that specific place. I was like, wow. If no one else catches that in this kid's movie, there's no reason they wouldn't have put that in other than, this is also for adults, too.
Yeah.
But like ultimately, through the power of teamwork and friendship and believing in yourself, like the team comes together and they start winning games and I'm crying at the end because
that much.
It's fun. Sony Animation, if they haven't marketed it, it's probably going to be good. I don't understand it, but that's kind of what's been happening.
So you mentioned the animation, and it's a little bit like Mutant Mayhem. Does it change throughout, kind of like Sony's other movies, how there's like different styles shown or effects?
Not necessarily.
Like Mitchell's versus the Machines, it kind of stays in.
So it's creative. It feels
very
fresh.
Creative. And this animation style I just like a lot.
It's just good. And I saw it in 2D, but I could tell there's big 3D elements of it. So if you see it in 3D, I think it will make a splash. Like it's a lot of the shots were just made for 3D. Yeah.
I was trying to think of a pun, but splash sounded close enough. I guess we can keep it there.
Why doesn't Sony have more confidence in their animated movies?
I think, I don't know. That's a great question. But I do think that they're the ones that are taken over. Like, I'm so excited for whatever they come out with next. And it's weird to be like, I actually trust whatever is going to come out will be good.
Yeah.
If it's animation. But if it's Spider-Man live action,
sure, it's
maybe.
fine.
I am excited for Spider-Noir. Did you see the trailer?
Oh my gosh, it looks incredible.
I'll be watching in black and white.
Oh yeah, you have to. There's no other way. I'm shocked they even gave us another option.
I know.
For that.
Yeah.
Like, just don't
keep
do
it
that.
black and white.
People that don't know the character are gonna do that, and that's lame.
Yep.
The thing about Go is it's very fast-paced. I think it's a little too long. It's an hour and 40 minutes long, but it's very fast-paced the entire time. And I think it's to like keep kids' attention.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I thought I liked the breakneck pace of every single scene.
Not to go back to Last Dance, but the team that he's in is entirely the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
Like, it actually, Dennis Rodman is the alligator guy in that, and it totally fits.
The Komodo dragon.
Yes.
I watched.
He's insane.
I watched Nick Kroll on Jimmy Kimmel, and he was talking about how he was inspired by Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. It was like this close to going to Zootopia, North Korea. It was very interesting. So it's a see it for me. I think it's going to be great for kids, and this is definitely one where if maybe the kids need to go and see something while you go and watch Wuthering Heights, split up, go send your kids to that. They're going to have a great time.
Yeah, it's see it for me. It's fun.
Okay,
it's
great.
Cute.
So see it.
Okay, I'm going to see it.
Good
All
or
right.
else. Okay. With that being said, let's move over to a HBO show. Did you know that there's this series called Game of Thrones?
What?
And apparently
Never
they've been
forget.
going for a while.
It's almost like a franchise.
Never forget.
Yeah.
Trying to redeem itself.
It might have, though. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. This is based on a series of novellas by George R.R. Martin. Because he's not working on what he should be working on, I suppose. This is essentially A Knight's Tale, but in the Game of Thrones universe. And that's the best description I have because I love A Knight's Tale. I think this is great so far. We're in episode 4.
Yeah, episode 4.
What have you thought so far?
Is there only going to be 6 of these episodes?
Yep, 6 episodes.
Hopefully more than one season?
Oh, my kingdom
2 seasons.
for longer seasons.
I don't know. It's kind of worth it for like where they're at right now. It does feel like a good conclusion to this season.
Now, where this differs from the other Game of Thrones 2 shows that have been out is they're like they keep jumping lands. They keep jumping to these familial stories of betrayal and whatnot, and they're just bigger than life. This is so simple. This is truly just
very small, contained.
A wannabe knight, like he's a knight, but no one respects him. He has a little squire that is, a little smart aleck, and he's great. And it's a story about a knight's tourney, just trying to get in. And it's not like this is 17 years of story and there are dragons. It's just that simple.
Oh, cool.
And what does it mean to be honorable as a knight?
Right.
And what is knighthood in the Game of Thrones universe? I love Sir Duncan the Tall in this. I was telling Rebecca earlier, this guy's gonna be live action Shrek. Like 100%.
Probably.
He looks exactly like when Shrek turned into a human in Shrek 2.
Yeah.
And I will put a picture comparison right now on it. No offense to the actor because I think he's great in it.
Complimentary.
Yeah.
Egg, the actor that plays Egg, is incredible. I love seeing these young performers come out and just totally go toe-to-toe with these very veteran, experienced actors.
And also, this is a good gateway for Game of Thrones. I mean, I say that because you don't need to know like all the families throughout history. You just know like those guys look evil, and they are. That guy, you probably shouldn't trust him, and you shouldn't.
That's why I haven't watched House of the Dragon. I watched all of Game of Thrones.
It's deep dive.
So and I'm somewhat familiar, but I had care not to watch House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Right.
But people keep selling me on Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Now, do know for content, they always surprise you at the beginning of each episode with something pretty crass. They're like, this is not a kid's show, even though it's about a knight.
I have heard stories of a 13-inch dong.
I think we can say that. We can say that, right, Drew? Okay.
That said, it's kind of a nice, charming show outside of the crassness. Like, it's just refreshing to watch.
Dang, okay.
Yeah.
Honor among knights and seeing this guy do good work because he just wants to do good. Like I said, I love A Knight's Tale, so this totally works for me. It's a see it, and where they're going, I don't know if it could biff it at the end.
Yeah,
So
I'm
far,
glad
very
they
invested.
only have a 2-season plan. Like, I think it's a story that should end.
And it's a story that's already finished.
Yeah.
There's a lot
cool.
of good things about this that make me excited for the future. But definitely go and check that out. The next episode is going to be this Sunday, so you have plenty of time to catch up with the 4 episodes before then. But before we go, let's do one quick Valentine's Day thing. I know we didn't dress up, but we can at least talk about what movie would you go to or watch on Valentine's Day. Doesn't have to necessarily be a romance. It could be an anti-romance. Kent, do you have a pick?
Yeah, I do.
So Wuthering Heights for Kent.
Yeah, Wuthering Heights. Love is scary, guys. No, there's a movie I saw when I was in my late 20s. It was on TV at like 1 in the morning. And I started watching it, and it captivated me. It's become one of my favorites of all time. It's called Before Sunrise.
Oh my
The Before
God.
Right?
trilogy, of course.
Yes.
Right?
Perfection.
Perfection. Imagine watching that, and you're just like, what am I watching? Oh, I'd like to be in a train in Europe and meet someone special, and oh my gosh, spend the whole day talking to them. This is a movie, if anyone hasn't seen that, about 2 people kind of falling in love with dialogue.
Yep.
Walking through Austria or Vienna. Yeah, I think it's Vienna in this movie. And just exploring the city. It's beautiful. They're, of course, very attractive people, too, so you want them to fall in love.
It's young Ethan Hawke.
And they have just one, essentially like half a day to talk before they have to leave. And that's where kind of the romance and the tension fits.
Very good.
And it's captivating. And there's a trilogy, and I love it.
The trilogy changes a little bit, but Rebecca,
sure
what's
does.
your pick?
Well, in the Before trilogy, I'm definitely Before Sunset. That's my
It's probably the
of the
best
trilogy.
made one.
I like that one the most. My pick, Crazy Stupid Love.
How's my pick?
I could go with a different one if I need to.
Nah, we'll be twins.
But it's just one of the smartest movies to come out of like the last century, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
The writing, the twist in the movie, never saw coming
Yeah.
from 800 miles away.
Yep.
Like it's just, and Ryan Gosling is so funny in
Steve
it.
Carell's incredible.
Steve Carell, Emma
Yeah.
Stone.
Julianne Moore is incredible.
It's such a good movie. It's just
Yeah.
so good.
I'll add one.
Okay.
It's going to be The Terminal. Tom Hanks, Catherine Zeta-Jones. I think it's a very sweet movie. And look, you got Diego Luna. Like, I think maybe one of his first roles ever in this. It's very touching. I love the horrible accent that Tom Hanks has going through the whole thing.
Sure.
I love, what is it? Who's the guy, the main person?
Yeah.
It's the pasta guy that's doing a lot of pasta on TikTok. You know what I'm talking about.
Stanley Tucci?
Stanley Tucci.
That's it.
Playing the villain. We got 44 seconds left, so we got to wrap this
There's
up
a
now.
villain in The Terminal?
I would believe he's a villain. He's a villain that needs a promotion.
I thought bureaucracy was the villain.
Yeah, but then he made it personal.
So
He decided, you know what? Bets are off.
Do you feel like this is a comfort Valentine's Day movie where like it's just nice to watch? And
It's a perfect, a TNT movie where you can watch it,
Okay.
commercials and all, and
You
still
gotta
have
worry
a
about
great
it,
time with
yeah.
it. So those are our picks for this Valentine's Day. Make sure that you are checking out anything that we talked about this week. Let us know what you thought in the comments or on all of our Instagram. Make sure you follow us there. Kent, follow him on Baconsale Podcast and Showtime Showdown. And Rebecca, make sure that you follow her on the Geekshow podcast and TV show in space.
Yeah, Starfleet Academy.
Very cool.
It's intense.
Yep. Well,
Okay.
thank you guys so much for watching. Here's a sneak peek at what we're going to be talking about next week.
Until then, I'm sure you'll make a killing.